Hi friends, welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Katherine, and in this video I would like to talk about language learning goals. So if you didn't know, I love learning languages and I would like my channel to be part channel about books and part channel about languages. So maybe like 2 to 3 videos about books and 2 to 3 videos about languages. It depends on how many videos a month I will post. So it's really cold outside and it's really snowy, so I have some tea. So grab a cup of tea for yourself maybe, or a snack, and get comfortable, get cozy, and let's start. So I think I'm gonna start with more general language goals that are not related to any specific language, and then we're gonna move to the actual languages that I'm going to be learning this year. So I have all of my goals written down in Notion, so if I look there, that's why. And if you want me to make an entire video on how I use Notion for language learning and language learning planning, then let me know in the comments. I will make one. So goal number 1 is to post 12 recap videos, and basically what a recap video is, I am going to be filming my progress throughout the month and sharing it with you, and then making one video and posting it at the end of each month. So the goal is to do 12. That's pretty self-explanatory. And another goal that's related to videos is to post a video on quarterly language goal recap at the end of each quarter. So it would be at the end of March, at the end of June, at the end of September, and then at the end of the year I'm probably going to make an entire video on update on how I did this year. So the next general language goal is to probably, hopefully, I don't know if it's gonna happen because life is crazy and we don't know what's happening and what's gonna happen in a month, but I would like to do a Lingoda sprint. I would like to participate in the shorter sprint, not the super sprint where you take 30 classes a month, but the shorter one where you take 15 classes a month. I think that's more doable, at least for me. And if there is going to be a Lingoda sprint closer to the summer, because that's when I have 2 month vacation off of work, then that's when I'm gonna do it. And I don't really know which language I want to do that. They have 4 languages. They have English, Spanish, German, French, and business English, and I'm learning German and Spanish, so I'll probably take Spanish. I'm not sure yet, but that's what I'm thinking, but I don't know. So the next goal is to check out language proficiency tests, and I don't want to say that, okay, I'm going to take this test and this test, but I really want to check what tests there are. So I know I can probably take IELTS or TOEFL for English, and then there is GOTH test for German, but I really want to research. And I just want to mention that I'm not learning languages to take tests and to prove my level, but having a certificate that you know the language on a certain level is quite good. Because, for example, if I decide to go to Vietnam or other Southeast Asian country for a year and teach English, I need a certificate because I am not from an English speaking country. It's not my mother tongue, and therefore I need some kind of proof. Or if, let's say, I want to teach English online on a platform like Italki, I need a certificate. So I really want to research, and I was thinking about it last year, but last year was just insane, so I didn't do that. And Hopefully now life is gonna be more stable, but I don't know, it's like pretty crazy. We are on a lockdown right now, and yeah, life is not stable at all. But I want to at least research those proficiency tests and see which one is good for me and which one I could take, and then maybe even book one. I don't know. So now let's talk about the actual languages that I'm going to be focusing on in 2021. So it will be Italian, Spanish, German, and Lithuanian, and that's the order that I know the languages, from the least fluent to the most fluent. And I think Lithuanian is going to be just like on a maintaining level, but I would like to improve, but I'm mostly focusing on Italian, Spanish, and German. So I don't know if you know this, if I mentioned it in any of my other videos, but I started learning Italian. I started learning it sometime at the end of September and the beginning of October of 2020, and I love that language. So I would love to really, really improve in Italian. And I know a lot of people say it's not wise to study two similar languages at the same time, but I'm an absolute beginner in Italian. But then I've been learning Spanish for about 2 to 3 years, like on and off, and I'm a beginner there as well. But it's what I'm doing, okay? It's what I'm trying to do. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna come out of it. So now let's talk about the actual languages. And yeah, as I said, we're gonna start with Italian. So, goal number one for Italian would be to get somewhat comfortable on speaking about my daily life, like foods and what I love and my hobbies and what I do in my free time, like a brief conversation. And I'm not focusing on getting like level B2 by the end of 2021. I'm not focusing on language levels anymore. It's more important to me that I'm able to speak and that I'm not afraid to speak that language. So yeah, that would be my goal. And then another goal is to watch La Vita è Bella in Italian. It's probably the only Italian movie that I've seen, but I remember really, really loving it. I watched it with my parents when I was little. It's a story about Italian Jews who, like, they get sent to Auschwitz, and yeah, it's just like a really, really heartbreaking and beautiful story. And I would like to watch it in the original language because we watched it in Russian. So, and then I would also like to write one essay in Italian. It can be any topic, but just like one essay, 200 to 300 words, and that's pretty much it for my Italian. I would like to do the 16 Italian in 16 lessons. It's a course on YouTube, but it's in Russian, so if you don't speak Russian, I don't know if it will be very effective for you. But yeah, I have a lot of resources for Italian, and if you want me to make a video about that, then let me know in the comments as well. So let's move to Spanish. So as I said, I will probably be taking Lingoda Sprint for Spanish. I don't know yet, but we will see if it's going to be Spanish or German. If it's Spanish, then this goal should be here. So another goal for Spanish would be to write 3 essays in Spanish, actually. I don't know if it's gonna happen, if it's actually possible, because my Spanish is not too good, but I can try, and write them. And then also watch 3 movies in Spanish. It's like 1 movie every 4 months, so it's not too bad. And it can also be TV shows. So a TV show like Extra on YouTube, it's also in Spanish and it's also a movie. So yeah. And then another goal is to do this Spanish in 3 months book. So this book is actually like, it's not for beginners. It says that it's like you can learn Spanish in 3 months, but when I was learning, I got to like chapter 7, I think, but it was hard for me, even though I wasn't the beginner then, and I think I didn't touch it almost at all in 2020. I touched it in summer, but I really want to do it, and because like I bought it and I like how many exercises it has, and that it has answers on the back. But I would like to do that. I don't know if I would do it the first quarter of 2021, but I'll definitely like to do that. And then another goal for Spanish would be to get comfortable speaking with native speakers. So at my church there is a pastor and his wife, and they are from Argentina, and when they talk to each other, I can understand nothing. I don't understand anything. I am so bad. Like, I would catch like 1 or 2 words from their conversation, but I would like to speak to them and maybe talk about something. I don't know, like, how are you, and like all of those like daily things. I don't know, because they come and they're really good at Russian. They speak Russian fluently, and because they've lived here for 30 years. But you know, I would like to speak to them, and I know Argentinian Spanish is different from Spain's Spanish, which I am focusing on, but I mean, we would understand each other, right? So hopefully that's a possibility for this year as well. So now let's move to German. So, German. I studied German at school for 7 years and I have forgotten a lot, but I would like 2021 to be the year when I remember and like improve my German. So I have this folder here from school. I actually had like 2 or 3 folders like this, but I threw out a lot of unnecessary things and just saved the vocabulary, the grammar, and stuff like that. So I would like to just go through this, review this. That's what I'm doing starting in January. I already started doing it, and I would like to just review everything that I knew and just remember everything and then improve a little bit. And then there is a German book that I have. It's a German practical grammar. I would like to touch it this year because I bought it in 2019 and I started doing it and it was hard. But then I went to Southeast Asia, and then in 2020 when I got back, I didn't do anything. I didn't touch it at all. So in 2021 I would like to do at least something of it. And then there are like a few specific goals related to books and movies and essays. So goal number 1 would be to really improve my German accent this year. So when I was at school, the teacher wasn't so much as focusing on our German accent. She was more focusing on the pronunciation, the like how well we know the vocabulary, how well we can write, how well we read, and all of that. But it was never about the accent, and nobody spoke with German accent, and I would like to improve that. I would like to have that German accent, so that's one of the goals. Another goal is to read 6 books in German, and I hope it can happen because it would be a book every 2 months. And I've already started reading a book in German. It's called Mit dir an meiner Seite by Nicholas Sparks. It's the last song in English, and it's not hard actually. It's not too hard to understand and to pick up what is going on in there. But yeah, I'd like to read 6 books in a year. Another goal would be to write 12 essays in German. So it can be one essay a month. It can be like 2 essays in like every 2 months. It can be like 5 essays in 1 month. But hopefully it's at least 1 essay every month. So I wrote a lot of essays when I was in school, so I don't think it should be too difficult. Okay, so now let's talk about Lithuanian. So I know Lithuanian on a pretty decent level. It's not as good as my English, but it's pretty good, I would say, and I can have conversations with natives. I watch movies in Lithuanian, I read books in Lithuanian, and it's not too hard. And so Lithuanian would mostly be like maintenance level for me this year. I would like to improve, but I will not work as hard in improving my Lithuanian as in improving my Italian and Spanish. So, of course, I would like to read some books in Lithuanian. I would like to watch movies in Lithuanian, and I would say that I would like to watch most of the movies that I watch. I would like them to be to watch them in Lithuanian, and then I would like to read at least 3 books. And why I say 3 instead of like 6, like in German, is because it's a lot easier to find books in German online than to find books in Lithuanian that I really want to read. And I used to buy books in Lithuanian when I lived there, when I studied there, and then when we went on shopping sprees, because those are very popular in Latvia. Like, we go shopping to Lithuania because it's cheaper there. So I would buy books there, and I don't know when that's gonna happen and if that's ever gonna happen, because they are opening the stores in Latvia as well. So it's really popular to go to Lidl because the food store, but they are opening them in Latvia as well and in my town as well. So I don't know if I will go to Lithuania this year. I hope I will, but with the borders being closed and with the shops being opened, so I don't know. So I would say 3. And I would also like to find some Lithuanian YouTubers that I can watch. So it would be just like using Lithuanian on a daily basis, the way I use English on a daily basis. And yeah, those are pretty much all of my language goals. As you can see, they are kind of specific, but there's nothing much like take this course, study, get to this level. I'm not focusing on getting a certain level of a language. I am more so focusing on immersing myself, on surrounding myself with the language, on using the language on a daily basis. And I hope this year is good for language learning. I hope that you are learning some languages. Comment down below if you are learning anything this year, and what languages are you focusing on this year. I would really like to know. And so I will see you very soon. Bye!